welcome back to the stream. So, today we'll be continuing on with where we left off on 14 here. We had just beaten Garuda, the Ultima weapon came. It was a very glib situation, so we're just gonna take off from there. I did forget that I actually need to adjust the sound a bit. Alright, I think this is good enough. If the sound is too loud, too quiet, my voice is too loud or too quiet, just let me know and I will adjust it accordingly. Alright. Well, that was an experience I would rather not have again. Something has been troubling me wind up shortly before the Black Wolf took center stage when Garuda attempted to claim you as her own. I could have sworn I saw. But I'm sure I was mistaken. In times of great stress, the evidence of the eye is apt to be misread by even the most inquiring mind. Forget I mentioned it. Returning to the subject of our earlier discussion, we may consider the matter of the primals closed until further notice. No beast tribe will dare summon their god so long as that weapon exists. Yeah, I really hope so. That is something I am hoping for. Let's see here. Something I wanted to do real quick. Alright, whatever. Alright. Truly, a more effective deterrent I could not imagine. It almost seems a shame to plot its destruction. Yes, but we will plot it all the same. Well, aren't we? Alright, so I've hit level 50, but I will not do any of the I'm not gonna do the Dragoon quest because that's gonna take a while to actually do. And there's a follow-up quest right after, so I'm probably just gonna ignore those two for now. So, more story. Well, that is gonna be the better gear piece, until at least I get the full Dragoon set. Alright. It's past time that we return to the Waking Sands. To leave our headquarters in disrepair any longer would be to dishonor the memory of those who have fell there. We have been brought to our knees, but we will rest, rebuild, and rise once more. Alright. Let us go back. Pray return to the Waking Sands. And a lot of people that might be watching are probably super triggered by that sentence. I do not blame them. I have been through it myself. But it was fun. I enjoyed it. Alright. There's also a few other stuff that I've unlocked. I'm pretty sure these are dungeons. I'll look at them later on. Tell me, Wind-Up, does that here strike you as odd? I see signs of recent habitation. Could it be that we have trespassers? Mayhap it is just my imagination. Come, let us proceed into the solar. I am trying to get slightly into character when voicing these people now, just because I think it's fun. Also, they're any voice cutscenes, I'll usually mute myself. Since this is not voiced. Wait. Who goes there? Now, Ida. Not any way to greet a friend. Alfino, wind up. Sid? Wait, is this a daydream? Oh, that was just a dream. I don't know what. Wait, what? Why did I see day? Oh well, never mind. Anyways. Not that I'm aware of. It's been a while, Ida. I don't believe it. How sure you'd been. Wow, that's dark. No faith in my guy at all. This place has seen better days. I wasn't actually here when I was still in talks at the Adder's Nest. The first I knew about it was when I came back and I saw Ida. The church had taken care of the bodies, but that still left the stains. It was hard to know where to start. Stola hadn't been here to help me. Stola's here too? Yes, she's not here right now. She's gone to Ulda to meet a man who might know what happened to the others. Papalima and Minfilia weren't among the dead, according to the church. Stola thinks they were taken somewhere. On the orders of the Black Wolf, no doubt. Why would he want them? Because they possess something he desires. Knowledge of another power that can be brought to bear against the primals. One that Gaius has yet to harness. The Echo. Dun dun dun. Gaius will be aware of its existence, as well as the immunity it grants the gifted to the primal's influence. Powerful though his Elagan weapon may be, he would doubtless desire such protection. It means he used Minfilia to gain an understanding of the Echo. None of which explains how the Empire came to know of the location of the Waking Sands in the first place. No matter. The Empire has shown its hand, and now we must act. It is up to us to rebuild the Scions and save Eorzea. Can I count on you, Ida? What? Oh, yes, of course. Whatever you need. She was not prepared for that question. We can discuss our next move upon Shtola's return. For now, I say we rest. Yes, and as soon as I exit the cutscene, you're gonna have me do something. Either that or Shtola's gonna come.
闇を打ち払う武器となり、闇から身を守る盾となります。心して時を待つのです。闇はすぐそこまで迫っているのです。光の意志を持つ者よ、どうかあなたの力を。
Alright, looks like that part is not voiced. Ishtola. Wind up. I see you and Alpinode are safe. And Sid? She seems unsure. That we five should need each other, thus defies simple explanation. It is as if the benevolent hand of Master Louisoix guides us still. He would not see us undone so easily. Not now, when the need is so great. I know where Minfilia and the others are being held. Where? An Imperial stronghold in the heart of Mordona. Castrum Sentry. Alright, now I should probably wear this. Upgrade that. There we go. Oh, I should probably eat food. I think all of these are actually DPS. So I shouldn't worry about types of food because there are different types and each type would benefit a certain class. So I don't need to worry about that. The rescue of our allies will be no small undertaking, Wind Up. Even under normal circumstances, breaching the defenses of an Imperial castrum would be a highly dangerous proposition. But know that Castrum Sentry houses prisoners, whom the Garleans deem valuable. We may be confident that they have taken additional measures to ensure the stronghold's security. We are free. If we are to free our friends, we will require an effective strategy. And if we are to formulate an effective strategy, we will require intelligence. I believe I know a man who may be able to assist us in this. Lord Portelaine of House Durandare. He's stationed at the observatorium in Corthus. Let us go to him and beseech his aid. Alright, so in Corthus, which means let us teleport to Dragonhead. Because I use the Aetherite tickets on my main, I am so used to the message popping up. Do you want to use a ticket for a free transportation? Not having it pop up for me is more odd. Alright, and into the Dragon Spot. That is where I shall have to be to do the Dragoon quest. But that means that next Friday, you will see my tune in a different outfit altogether. So this is not gonna be really quite it. It's gonna be a bit different than what I'm currently wearing, so that will be nice, hopefully. Ah, Wind Up. the men who amassed the heretic in our midst. To what do I owe the pleasure of your company? You're an associate of Erstola, but of course, Lord Drillmont confided to me that you were a scion of the Seventh Dawn. Alright, so you know. Now, on to the important stuff. Castrum Sentry, what interests have you all in the Imperials? They hold several of our number, whom we intend to free. Any information you can provide would be greatly appreciated. I see. That might explain our scouts' reports. They observed 4 prisoners being led into the castrum. A Huron woman, an Elizan man, and 2 Lalafels. 1 male, 1 female. It's them. Has to be Vilia, Orianje, Papalimo, and Tataru. That scant morsel is of use to you. You may also be interested to hear about a more recent incident. An Imperial airship made an emergency landing here in Corsus not long ago. 2 men believed to be prisoners, Uro Gaiden and a Lalafell, were seen fleeing the craft. What did you say? Uro Gaiden and a Lalafell, Master Garland. Neither wore Imperial dress, and both seemed disinclined to wait for rescue, hence our assumption that they were prisoners. Well, I'll be damned. It's Biggs and Wedge. Trust those 2 rascals to escape. We must find them, wind up, and soon. The Imperials will not rest until they are captured or killed, and if Biggs were given the choice, I fear he'd take the latter. Bring those held in Castrum Sentry will require substantial planning and preparation. As such, it is an endeavor that will admit some slight delay. The matter of the escapees, by contrast, will not. Shortly after the prisoners vacated the airship, our scouts observed Imperial troops setting off in pursuit. It's likely only a matter of time before they catch them. If you wish to see your comrades again, you had best act now. If, as has been suggested, the Guardians took our fellow science prisoner in hope of understanding the Echo, it seems reasonable to assume that they will not be executed until such time as the study is complete. Biggs and Wedge are not scions, nor do they know aught of the Echo. As Lord Portolan said, this may prove our only chance to rescue them. I say we seize it. Thank you, everyone. You won't regret this. Final preparations are almost complete, my lord. Wait, why did I voice it that way? I do know that's not how Nero sounds. There stands the culmination of 5 long years of painstaking work. All our efforts will be vindicated when the Emperor's vision becomes reality. At last, we have the power to purge this land of its false gods. We shall give the ignorant children of Eorzea the security and stability they so desperately crave, and which their spineless leaders have so pallidly failed to provide. As you say, my lord, rest assured, our engineers will not rest until the weapon is fully armed and operational. Assassin, you depart for Castrum Occidents at midnight. You will command the Western Front in Vilbrand. The Eorzeans will attempt to interfere with our plans. You will see that they do not. My lord, if this will be your will, I shall carry it to the best of my ability. I live only to serve the Empire. I probably have a deeper voice, but I can't go any deeper right now. Yet, forgive my impudence, but is it proper to give command of half our forces to a... I have given you nothing, Prefectus. You have earned it. That will be all. Dismissed. Yes, my lord. That's why people love him. My quarters. 1 hour. Wait, what? 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 Okay, we shall leave that be. Yeah, that is going to be left right as it is. Yep. Mm-hmm. My purpose here is to reconnoiter Guardian activity along Abalesia's spine. Owing to this, I have the honor of being acquainted with Ishtola. Now, the report of the Imperial airship's emergency landing came to us by way of Zamil Darkhold, situated to the west. Our man stationed at the entrance, a knight named Brusilt, may be able to tell you more. Just to expedite your mission, I shall furnish you with a letter of introduction. I pray that you will soon be reunited with your comrades. May the Fury grant you strength. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that may the Fury grant you strength to them is kind of like may the Force be with you. Always. And I'm pretty sure I'm about to unlock a dungeon, but we'll see. We stand before Zamil Darkhold, the subterranean fortress excavated by the greatest guardian house of the same name. None but authorized personnel may enter. Here's my authorization. A letter from Lord Portelaine. So you have come about the Imperial airship. According to our scouts, the vessel had scarce touched the ground when a pair of men, captives by all accounts, burst forth and bolted. Imperial soldiers have since been sighted in the area, seeking to recapture them. Well, sighted, not slighted. Anyway. What? The captors are like to be your friends, you say? Then let us pray that they are yet a step ahead of their pursuers. The emergency landing reportedly took place near the Arum Vale, situated south and west of here. I suggest you take your search there. Seek out a knight named Piermons. He should be able to assist you. Apparently, I am not about to unlock a dungeon. I forgot. I do know that Zamil Darkhold and Aurum Vale are two dungeons that you can unlock. I just forgot if they were main scenario quest related or were they actually side quest dungeons. The Imperial airship? Aye, I saw it approach to land with mine own two eyes. I hastened to the landing site, arriving just in time to see the vessel take to the skies again. But not before it had deployed a detachment of troops. Rough orders were being barked, and there was an air of consternation about them. Well, yes, they are about to let some people escape. They do not want that. There were prisoners aboard the airship, it seemed, and they seized the opportunity to flee when the vessel was forced to land. The Guardians who were deployed formed search parties and proceeded to scour the wilderness in order to alert our forces. I returned to my post. To find evidence that someone had been here in my absence. Whoever they were, they tried the door to no avail and decided to go somewhere else. In all, I marked 2 sets of footprints, one large and one small. If you search the area, mayhap you will be able to follow the prints to their owners. Yeah, that's probably them. And those are Lalafellin footsteps, because they seem about the same size as mine. Yeah, they're about the same size as my own. Maybe slightly bigger. Also some chocobo prints for some reason. That wolf that was aggroed was probably aggroed on whoever was riding the chocobo. There's the quest marker. First, cold. I want to go home. Ah, please don't eat me. I'm not nearly as succulent as I look. It's all skin and bones underneath, I swear. Wind up, it's you. Thank goodness you're here. It's been awful. Garlands were snapping at our heels like a hungry pack of wolves. I was so hell-bent on debating them I almost ran headlong into a monster's gaping maw. Thrice. When I finally found cover, it hit me how cold and hungry I was. Biggs, he isn't here. He went off in a different direction to lure our pursuers away. It's me, Sid. Have you had any success? Tracked down Wedge? That's wonderful news. Now what of Biggs? I see. Well, it hardly surprises me that the big fellow went off as he did. For all the tongue lashings he gives Wedge, he's always taking care of him. I've scouted the area surrounding the Darkhold, but I'd have nothing to show for it, at any rate. We know for a fact that Biggs headed west. With both Ida and Ishtola helping out, I'm sure he'll turn up soon. Now then, I'll make my way over to your position while keeping an eye out for Biggs. If memory serves, there should be an Ishgardian fortification not far to your west. Monument Tower, I believe it's called. Let us meet there. Dare I hope, was that Master Garland you spoke with? After 5 long years. Thank goodness he's alive. Feeling better now, Wind Up. Let's go to Monument Tower and wait for the chief to arrive. Yes, let us go, and I hop on my one-seater chocobo and just leave. Yeah, we're just gonna ignore that. Well met and welcome, adventurer. What brings you to this frozen corner of the realm? Oh, it would seem your companion has caught a chill. Come and warm yourself by the fire. I will bring you a hot broth. How are we feeling now? Then stay here as long as you need. Same goes for you, friend. Displaying you have a hard journey ahead of you, you must find rest when you can. No rest for the tiny. I'm fine now, thanks to you, but I can't bear to think that Biggs is still all alone in the cold, with Garleans on his heels. He lured the enemy away for my sake, and now he's suffering for it. I had to have to rely on you again, Wind-Up. Do you think you could search for Biggs? I haven't the slightest notion where he might be at the moment, but maybe, just maybe, the people here have seen something. Arrogate and gentle, just in the same manner as your companion. I'm sorry, but he did not come by here. Let me think a moment. I would not raise your hopes unduly, but there is a cave situated a short distance to the south. We call it the Fury's Gaze, and it may be worth the while to investigate. I make this suggestion only because your friend seems like a selfless sort. Rather than drawing the enemy to this tower, mayhap he elected to pass us by. I would kinda see him doing that as well. Oh, okay. Thought something was lying in that area. Something was about to eat me. I did not like that. No, I got caught in that. There we go. So he was nowhere to be found in that area. Wind Up. Were you able to learn anything? Not in this area. Well, that stands to reason, I suppose. I guess he was trying to lure the Guardians away from me. But where within this vast sea of snow and ice could he be? Can't give up, Wind Up. We must find Biggs before he succumbs to the cold, or is recaptured. There must be someone in this tower who can help us, even if it's only to tell us where to look. Ask them for me. Ask anyone who'll listen, and hurry. Biggs' chance of survival grows slimmer by the moment. Now I have to climb this long tower. And I did not mount up because it was gonna be a bit painful. Your friend is lost in the wilderness, you say? He is not to be found around here in the vicinity of the Darkhold. It is possible he made for Whitebrim. To reach it, one must travel through Danapin Pass, the southern end of which lies to the north and east of here. While I make no guarantee that your search will bear fruit, it is surely better than worrying in idleness. I wish you luck. Oh, and one more thing. Do tread warily when climbing the stairs here. Not a moon ago, I near broke my neck when I slipped and took a tumble. Yes, and to heed his advice well, this is what I'm gonna do. Cause we don't care. Ooh, and there's Guardian Pilgrim. I have a feeling a fate is about to start in that area or something. Usually when you find wandering NPCs like that, that's usually the case. Fine, I guess I'll warm up on you. What does a dragon think coming against a dragoon? Apparently he paralyzed me. So much for the big talk. Okay, yes. Our orders are to take you back, dead or alive. Which will it be, engineer? Why don't you come and find out, Tinhead? Oh, I think they're kinda in sync there. Ah, wind up. It is well that you are here. Situation is grave. Biggs is in a bad way. We need to do something right now. Ida has the right of it. He will perish if we delay. With me. He's not alone. Kill them all. Alright, this should be interesting. It's this one that aggroed on me. Oh no. Yeah, staying close to Biggs is probably the best idea. Without getting him killed, of course. There we go. Ah, that's no big deal. Alright. All of them are dead. We have one. My thanks. Another moment and I would have he has been too long in the cold. We must find shelter for him. Monument Tower, you say? Very well. You and I shall bear him there with all haste. Even though I have a chocobo that should be able to accommodate him. Sid will be so happy to see Biggs and Wedge again. Aw, I love reunions. And it's back to Monument Tower we go. I cannot thank you enough, Wind-Up, and the same goes for the rest of you. Thank you all so much. Oh, don't mention it. We are a family, are we not? Well, yes. It's just I didn't think I'd ever see him again. I owed a lot of you my life. You saved Wedges too, Wind-Up. I'm losing count of how many I owe you. A lot of people do that, don't worry. Biggs, Wedge, gods, it's good to see the two of you again. Chief, it's you. It's really you. Our hearts, we knew you were still alive. To finally see you in the flesh. When Alfino told me of the raid on the Waking Sands, I feared the worst had what happened. The enemy struck with nary a warning. Didn't stand a chance. Wedge and I were in the workshop when they came. Before we knew what was happening, the Imperials had us at gunpoint. It must have been awful. There's one thing I don't understand though. How did the Garleans get there so fast? I mean, the immortal flames should have seen them coming, right? I myself have asked the same question that day when I returned to the carnage at the Waking Sands. I noted not a miss in horizon. Nothing at all suggests the passing of an Imperial force. This I conclude that the Garleans came neither by land nor by air. Nay, they were born there by potent teleportation magics of the kind used by the Asians. Carry on. We were bound and blindfolded, and bundled into the cargo bay of a waiting airship. I can't rightly say how long we were aboard, but when the time came for us to disembark, we found ourselves in the midst of an Imperial stronghold, Castrum Sentry. Upon arrival, we were marched off into the main complex. Biggs and I were thrown into a detainment cell together, while Minfilia and the others were taken elsewhere. That was the last we heard of them. Castrum Sentry. What happened next? Well, we were held in isolation for what felt like years. Oh, it's probably moons. Maybe only weeks. And then, without warning, the Imperials collected the pair of us, put us on another vessel which we found out was bound for Garlemald. Much to our dread, we knew that if we were taken back there, we weren't like to leave again. So risky though it was, we sabotaged the ship's altitude control and thereby forced an emergency landing. In the midst of the ensuing chaos, we managed to slip our captors. The rest, as they say, is history. Ah, if I didn't know better, I'd call that a likely story. Sabotaging the altitude controls of an airborne vessel? That will have been Biggs's handiwork. Like as not, you always were resourceful in a tight spot, my friend. Wind up, thank you for returning my dear assistance to me. It seems I owe you another debt of gratitude. There are still many questions in my mind, but the answers can wait, and Philia and the others still want the rescue. Alright, you lot, Carl and Ironworks is back in business. Let's go and give the Imperials what for. Hurrah! Thanks to you, Biggs and Wedge are with us again. Now, we must find a way to rescue Minfilia and the others. Gods know we've kept them waiting too long already. Based on what we've learned, I believe it's safe to say that they're being held at Castrum Sentry. So let us convene at Revenant's Toll in Mordona. It's a good place as any to prepare and better than most. The road leading east, then south, will get you there. When we arrive, let us seek the advice of the local adventurers. We're bound to learn a thing or two that will benefit our mission. Alright. Almost there. Of course, we did not have it attuned, so there was really no way for us to actually teleport straight to Mordona. It's our first time going there. Alright. Ooh, quite the amount of side quests. I do remember this being an area with tons of side quests to it. Well met, friend. What brings you to Revenant's Toll? Did I hear you rightly? Your friends are being held captive at Castrum Sentry, and you want to rescue them. I don't mean to discourage you. That might prove difficult. Stronghold has been on high alert of late, with armored patrols seen about the perimeter around the clock. Not even a fly could get within 100 yalms of the walls undetected. If the Carlians were alerted to our coming, we cannot know what they will do to Minfilia and the others. We must act with the greatest stealth. Aye, it has to be good old-fashioned infiltration. But with security so tight, how are we going to smuggle ourselves in? Why, I have a mind to walk through the front door. Huh? The front door? Aye. We disguise ourselves as Imperial troops and march right in. For this, we'll need a few sets of Imperial uniforms, suit of Magitek Armor, and impeccable timing. That's a bold strategy, but it just might work. Where we are, there's certainly no shortage of opportunities to borrow the equipment. Knowing these Imperial bastards, they won't even suspect that we savage Eorzeans would think to use their technology. Then it's settled. If you're determined to go ahead with this, I'd recommend you speak with Glaumont. Fellow's got a personal grudge against the Empire, and happens to know a deal about Castrum Sentry besides. No doubt that he'd want to be of aid. He and I shall go reconnoiter with Garlean activity at the stronghold. It would not do if something were to befall our comrades before we had the chance to act. Come and join us when you're ready, Wind-Up. Let's do this. Sometimes I wonder, Ida, are there ever times when you are not enthused? I am nothing if not enthused, Ishtola, and you're beginning to remind me of Papalimo. Okay, what was that? Just tooling around. Okay, that's the level 50 stuff. Alright. Looking for Goleman, are you? Well, you found him, whoever you are. Eh? You're looking to get inside Castrum Sentry and you need my help? Something tells me you're gonna get along just fine. Well, are you gonna help me or not? So, if you have friends at Castrum Sentry will want for rescue. That slapworm knows me too well. Aye, you can count on my help. I've got a score to settle with the Imperials, and I never pass on an opportunity to get back at the Horde Sons. But enough about me, let's talk strategy. Rescuing folk from captivity's right delicate business. Single oversight, just one little blunder, and it's all over. You can't leave any room for uncertainty. For starters, you need to confirm beyond the shadow of a doubt that your friends are where you think they are. You don't want to risk your neck only to discover they've been moved elsewhere. But how can you find out, you ask? By following these instructions. If you approach the sentry from the east, you'll see a swampland to your left, called the Tangle. Get in there, never mind all the morables, and navigate your way to the southwestern corner. You'll come upon some drainage pipes coming down from the stronghold. Don't ask me how I know, but one of them leads back to the command tower. If you listen closely, it might be as you can eavesdrop on some of the happenings within. Once we know for certain your friends there, we'll move to the next stage of the operation. Now get going and Godspeed. Alright. It's gonna take a while to actually reach there. Considering the speed of my chocobo and the distance I need to actually travel. Ooh, looks like somebody was actually doing this. Wait. At least for some time. And an Imperial spotted me. Oh, what shall I do? I shall kill him. He actually stunned me. Well, I could do that too, you know. Here, that's a permanent stun for you. Yeah, I'm gonna try to actually ignore that marble and get on with actually getting to my destination, because I have a feeling it might take me a bit. Okay, there it is. I just need that one to de-aggro. That one is not de-aggroing. There we go. Alright, there we go. Now we can listen without any interruptions. Hopefully. Faint sound of conversation echoes down the pipe. What of the captive? She still refuses to speak. She may as well be a deaf mute for all the information we've gotten out of her. The others aren't much better. The elephant gets on my nerves, most of all. Every time he opens his mouth, it's only to spout gibberish. I do wonder why is the Tribune so obsessed with this Minfilia woman. They say she possesses some mystical power. Something we Garleans don't have. We Garleans don't have a lot of stuff, apparently. Mystical power. Like the kind the beastmen use. How am I supposed to bloody know? You're so curious, why don't you ask the Tribunus yourself? As well try to tumble her. I like my head where it is, thank you very much. Our break is over. Best we get back to our stations. The footfalls grow fainter until all is silent. That means the conversation is over. Now to enjoy a nice... Well, I was gonna say walk, but I'm not really walking. A nice stroll on Chocobo back. Back to Mordona. Yeah, I'm just gonna ignore that one. Alright, that Nick's aggroed on whoever is in front of me. Which means I don't need to worry about it. That person's taking all the aggro. It is good to see you again, Wind Up. I'm given to understand you have conducted some reconnaissance. Tell me, what were you able to learn? So, when Philly and the others are indeed a Castrum sentry, their presence thus confirmed, we may proceed with the mission. While you were afield, Sid took the liberty of devising a plan for action. Pray have the details from him. Work Wind Up, as Alpionot has already told you, we plotted out a course for the rescue. The gist of it is unchanged. Disguise ourselves as Imperial soldiers and infiltrate the stronghold. Glaumont is looking into ways to procure a suit of Magitek Armor in the meantime. Oh wait. Glaumont is looking into ways to procure a suit of Magitek Armor. In the meantime, I need your assistance for some preparation of my own. Willie and the others are counting on us, Wind Up. Let's not keep them waiting any longer than necessary. When Belmont goes about devising his plan, we need to see some preparation of our own. It wouldn't do if the Imperials were to discover that they're short in armor. To prevent this from happening, I'm going to put together a makeshift communications jamming device. The explanation is like to get a bit technical, so bear with me. Imperial forces communicate at a distance via electromagnetic waves. Simply put, voices are born upon etheric lightning energy that permeates the air. Now, the hill-sized cluster of corrupted crystals to the west has been observed to amplify the self-same energy. By making use of this property, we should be able to drown out Imperial voices. To ensure that we have enough amplification, we must identify the most potent crystal among the cluster. For this, I need you to go there and use this device to take readings. I'll mark the likely places on your map. Oh, just so you know, plasmoids are drawn to lightning energy. Don't be surprised if you run into a few. That's just like hell, and just so you know, you might fight some people, or some monsters, so have fun with that. The first location marked with darkness. This means I'm gonna fight as soon as it pops. Probably. Yeah. Okay, that's the damage over time. Oh, there's another prime location. Three at the same time. Alright, there are two locations now without any enemies, but there's this Nyx that probably might aggro on me. But if I'm careful... Okay. Now the fifth location was always like, where is it? I always kinda had trouble with it. Alright, let's help this ninja out. Alright, it should be right... not here? Oh, there it is. Now I head back to sit. Aggroing the snakes in the process, probably. If I go around this tree. Yeah, but he did not see me. I don't know how he did not see me, but he did not see me. Got the readings. Excellent. Here, let me see the numbers. Yes, four of these crystals suit our purpose. I pray that we won't have need of their power. My thanks, Wind Up. Probably are gonna have need of their power. So, let us just get on with it. Let's see. And I could return to inventory. Right there. And next quest is from Belmont. Ooh, that's one where you get the Imperial Salute. Clean the wax out of your ears now, because there's something I want you to do by way of preparation. Plans to have you enter Casham Sentry all decked out in Imperial duds, but it disguises more than just the clothes you're wearing. You also gotta act the part. At the very least, you need to know how to perform a convincing Imperial salute. First impressions are everything, as they say. I could teach you the salute myself, of course, but it's best you learned it from the experts. So get yourself as near as you dare to Casham Sentry and watch the Imperials doing what they do. Oh, it's back there again. Yeah, they're gonna have to play with the mysterious assailants by themselves. I'm not even high enough level for them. Which is weird to me because I've been used to being over leveled in most of the areas I'm in. He's gonna see me. No, did not. Okay. I do not appreciate the stun. Alright. Nothing to report, sir. I've received an anonymous warning that insurgent forces are near. We must redouble our vigilance. I shall recommend that patrols be increased. Was... Okay, I had to, of course, imitate it as soon as I saw it. Alright. Also, that anonymous report is probably what's his face. Galamont. Or Glaumont. Very annoying move, that sticky tongue. That's why I try to stay out of their range if I can help it. So, did you manage to learn the Imperial Salute? No, no, no. Best you don't demonstrate. I'm liable to fly into a rage and crack skulls. I'll just take your word for it. Alright. Now let's see this Sark Malark. Ooh, he's gonna give me the actual gear. You're called Wind-Up Shirogami, yes? I've heard of your plight from my friend Glaumont. As a fellow adventurer and son of Eorzea both, I would offer you my assistance. In order to infiltrate Kasham Sentry, you and your comrades must disguise yourselves as Imperial soldiers. The question is how to go about acquiring the uniforms and helms. There are places a man might purchase them, but individuals who deal in such wares are not the sort to whom you would entrust your secrets. It would be more prudent, I believe, to procure what you need via traditional means, from the bodies of the recently deceased owners. Fortified area before Kasham Sentry never lacks for Imperial patrols. It ought not take long to obtain 3 sets of gear, one for each member of the infiltration team, Big, Fletch, and yourself. When you have what you need, please return here and allow me to inspect the spoils. I need to go back there and kill Imperials. So I'm just probably gonna go on a rampage because I'm pretty sure all of the individuals there were probably Huron. But only one way to find out. Okay. I was about to say. Alright, now these we actually need have them aggro and kill them. Alright, let's kill this Lancer. I'm probably gonna need to heal up a bit right after this. Well, I guess I don't get to heal up right after this. Really? Well, that was a waste of life surge. Well, not entirely a waste, I guess. Wait, does that one not give me what I need? It might not have the same full potency, but it does a trick. Ooh, I got a couple of pieces of Garlean fiber from that. What are they used for? Model Magitek Fit minion. Rimless glasses. And Vanilla sashes of both casting and healing. But this is the one I want. An exact 1:9 scale replica of a Cerulean powered Magitek. Fit. Ultima weapon action figure not included. Of course it's not included. We were able to obtain 3 sets of Imperial equipment. Damn it, as I had suspected. In their present condition, I fear these uniforms and helms are like to draw suspicion. They must be repaired, if only superficially. Fortunately, the blacksmith, Eganolf, and the diamond forge in Rowena's House of Splendors should be able to hammer them into shape in no time. I've already sent word ahead and have been assured that he is expecting you. Worry not, we have already impressed upon him the need for utmost secrecy as to the nature of your mission. That is quite convenient. You're the adventurer Stark Malark sent, are you? I've been waiting for you. Now let's see what you got for me. I see. Ah, yes. I reckon I can hammer these back into shape for you. After all, I owe your friend Stark Malark a favor or two. Took good care of old Eganol back in the days before I fell in with old Rowena, he did. Did you know he's the son of one of the wealthiest families in the Sultanate? I wouldn't expect someone like that to end up in the life he did. I suppose he always felt the adventurer's life call in him. Here I go, blabbering on when there's work to be done. Just hold your horse birds for a moment or two, and the great Heading off, we'll have your gear looking good as new. And there we have it. Won't do much good in battle, mind you. But for what I hear, that's not your priority anyhow. Do send Sarkmalark my regards, will you? Alright then, let's go on here. I need to get out of that character. I hit the wrong button. Okay, there we go. Have you had the uniforms and helms repaired? Yes, they're right here. Yes, these will serve beautifully. The great Eganolf never fails to impress. The quality of these repairs would fool even a legatus. Thus, equipped you should not have any trouble blending in amongst Imperial forces. Lest you fear that the Garleans might detect your foreignness, foreigners in fact formed a greater part of the Garlean invasion force in Eorzea. See, the Empire subjugates new territory. It assimilates the people of that land into its armed forces. In turn, these conscripted forces are sent to subjugate faraway lands. In this way, Garlemald nips rebellion in the bud and expands its territory in one fell stroke. With that, my part in your mission is done. I am full glad to have been of assistance to your cause. Why would I, a wealthy merchant, wish to help you? I know not where you heard such a tale, but believe me when I say that I am but another humble adventurer. One who desires only to act in the best interests of the realm. Ooh, a new weapon. I need a new weapon. Good work again, them Imperial Dutch. You'll be pleased to hear I ain't been idle myself. It took me long enough, but I finally hatched a plan to get us a suit of Magitek Armor. Now, from what I've seen, Cashram Sentry deploys a Reaper for most of his patrols. Trouble is, patrols themselves are irregular, meaning random routes and random deployments. Hardly any of them come anywhere near Revenant's Toll. So, hoping to coax the Imperials out of their shells, I took the liberty of feeding them a bit of the old false intelligence. Told them insurgents had designs on their stronghold. Came far from the truth. Now I come to think of it. Any road, we should start seeing more patrols than we have up till now. What you need to do is approach one of these patrols dressed up in your shiny tin suit, and alert them to the enemy's presence. Having done that, you want to lure them as near Revenant Tolls as you can. Like as not, though, they'll be wary of venturing far from their own walls. If they do need a bit of extra encouragement, use this smoke signal here. Filch fresh from an Imperial scout. They'll come running when they see that, and when the cavalry arrives, you hit them hard and make off with their Reaper. Simple as that. If I ain't mistaken, there's a patrol swooping the perimeter right now, so run along, eh? Oh, don't forget to salute. I'm going back and forth, and Biggs and the Sid, Alpino, and Biggs and Wedge are just standing there. I have no clue what they're doing. None whatsoever. All I know is that I'm risking my life time and again going through mortar bowls, giant frogs that can eat regular-sized people whole, Imperial forces, and all that. The least they could do is probably just join me, you know. One of our covert operatives, I take it? And are out of uniform, you would do well to remember your courtesies. Oh, that's right. I need to actually wear this. Not a patrol, are you? When next you see your commanding officer, tell him that he leads a sloppy evening. If any of my lot forget to salute superior officer, they would be on their arse faster than they can say latrine duty. That's right, I need to salute you first. Carry on, soldier. Surgeon gathering to the east, you say? Judging by your description, they are well beyond the perimeter. But I will not have it said that I was remiss. You, turn to the scene and keep an eye on those insurgents. Should aught go awry, use your smoke signal to call us. Yes, that is exactly what I'm about to do. I don't think I need... Oh wait, I'm in combat, so... There we go. I could always just go to the thing and equip it. They want me to actually do that there. Don't know if I should be wearing my Imperial uniform or not, but I'm gonna try it without first. Alright. I hope you don't mind my joining, seeing as we're seizing advanced weaponry. I thought it best to be on hand. Ah, there she is. This is the place. But where is the enemy? Sir, over there. Send in the Reaper. Let us make an example of these insurgents. Alright. I like to take out all of the rest first. Then I work on the smaller one. Well, I work on the smaller ones first is what I meant, and then I work on the bigger ones. They sent in a healer. Alright. Let's take out the healer first. Ooh, that one had gone to him, but it wore off. So that is good. And one last. There we go. At last, our very own suit of Magitek Armor. Not wishing to look a gift chocobo in the beak. Does seem rather worse for wear, doesn't it? Biggs, what's your honest assessment? Well, there's the fact that she's smoking, of course. But looking past that, I'd say she was structurally sound. Don't like the way these legs are buckled. I hate to say this, but this servo mechanism may be damaged. Yeah? But aren't those things protected by Ilmthick armor plate? They are, yes. It's odd, the casing doesn't seem to have taken a blow. I suspect we're dealing with a faulty part. Well, whatever it is we're dealing with, we're not resting till it's fixed. Not one wink of sleep. Got that, Wedge? Oh, mumbling cart chocobo. I heard that. All has been set aside for our use in Revenant's Toll. That's where we'll carry out the repairs. Look for us there, wind up. Wasn't it smoking just a second ago? The armor looks like it's been beat, but that's actually what happened. Alright, so I should report back to Sid. I think that the next part of the quest will require me to go about getting various gear pieces and replacement parts for the actual thing. But we'll see. Magitek Armor. Sid and the others took it inside. Go in and join them. We've now had time to take a closer look at the Reaper. Preliminary diagnosis was correct. She's structurally sound, but her servo mechanism is faulty. You needn't worry though, Biggs and Wedge will see her restored to her former glory in no time at all. Get us do something to mend and they will think of naught else till the job's done. It's a marvelous thing to behold, provided you remind them to visit the privy. Yeah, did not need to know that. Alright. Ooh, that is way better than what I have right now. Alright, that is going to return to inventory. The prayers are proceeding apace. It shouldn't be long now before Biggs and Wedge complete their work. There is, however, one small problem. Of course there is. As you may recall, the machine's servo mechanism was discovered to be faulty. Wedge has subsequently ascertained that the Magitek core which drives it is worn beyond use. Such cores are rather fragile devices which must be replaced at regular intervals. Thanks to the negligence of our Imperial colleagues, however, the one used in this Reaper was long overdue. Alas, we do not have access to a ready replacement here in Mordona, but all is not lost. Which thinks he may have identified an alternative solution. Go and see him, would you? He'll explain the details to you. I have a bad feeling about this. But I believe the Chief has already informed you the Magitek core is worn beyond use. We need to find a replacement. I thought about having you appropriate more Reapers, but even if the Thunderhead maintenance engineers of Casham Sentry had remembered to replace their cores, we'd risk arousing Imperial suspicion. But do not despair, for I believe there is a solution. Substitute the Magitek core with a mammoth heart. In case you don't know, a mammoth heart can be used to grant sentience to an automation. By my reckoning, such a device should be more than capable of regulating the armor's servo mechanism. We just need to make some minor modifications to the housing unit. Already placed an order for a first-rate mammoth heart with the Goldsmiths Guild. All that remains is for someone to go to Ultima and collect it. Oh, and to pay for it. Did I mention how much they cost? No. Well, they typically cost something in the order of, I hope you don't mind footing the bill. It's for a good cause. I'm probably gonna go broke, am I? Okay. Let's see. Ulda, steps up now. Alright, and Goldsmiths Guild. I believe it was. Hello there. Come to collect the mammoth heart, you say? You must be here on behalf of Garland Ironworks. Take up the liberty of picking the finest example we have. A heart fit for a prince among mammoths. Payment? Oh, that won't be necessary. The heart is for Master Alpiano's personal use, after all. He notified us a short while ago that his manservant will be coming to collect... What? Manservant? That boy... That boy is out of line. Tender in years though he may be, Master Alpiano has been a benefactor of ours since my predecessor's time. The Goldsmiths Guild wouldn't dream of charging him. But here's the mammoth heart. May it serve you well. Oh, and please do pass on my compliments to your master. Somebody needs a little bit of disciplining, is what I'm hearing right now. Want to go in? Really needs saying, but try not to be seen. Wait, what? Why? Do you have the mammoth heart? I can't wait to see if it works. Hurrah! Thank you so much. But this is magnificent. Must have cost an emperor's ransom. Free of charge, courtesy of Alpiano, coming from an influential family, certainly has its advantages. But without further ado, let's give it a try. I've already modified the housing unit, so it should slot right in. There, she's ready. Magitek Armor, engage. Pretty sure something's supposed to happen. Or not. She just needs a loving tap, I'll wager. That actually worked. Yes, she's alive. Let's take her outside and put her through her paces, Wind Up. Would you care to do the honors? now I know what to do in this part. I do remember. Hop into the pilot seat. We'll begin as soon as you're ready. First, I'd like you to try climbing that tangle of crystals yonder. As far up as you can go, if you please. Oh, and if for some reason you need to dismount, simply come back here and we'll start again. Alright, so to the highest point, which is basically the point where I took the final reading, I'm pretty sure, last time. Oh, anomalous movements evident from either leg. Good. Next, jump back down and then sprint north, quick as you can. Pretty sure it's working pretty fine. That joint's absorbing all impact without incident. Excellent. Please make your way back, Wind Up. I'm just gonna go around. Why is that Nick's facing that way? Doesn't matter, I'm just gonna still go around. Torso remains stable during vigorous motion. Excellent. That concludes our test. Thank you for your cooperation. Here's a summary of my findings. The drivetrain is in sound condition. With some fine-tuning, we can expect a noticeable improvement in performance. As for the servo mechanism, I'm afraid it's not nearly as responsive as it should be. I'm at a loss as to explain why. The mammoth heart is in pristine condition. It should be installed correctly. Perhaps its inner workings are simply too different to operate harmoniously with the armor's other mechanisms. Whereas Magitek cores serve only to conduct impulses, mammoth hearts enable automata to process the information collected by their sensors as feelings. Maybe she just doesn't feel like the part of the team. In which case, we should all do our best to make her feel welcome. Click. Alright. Daft as it felt, I give it my best. Welcomed myself to a bloody standstill. What were you expecting it to do anyways? Bob us a curtsy? No doubt you're wondering why the servo mechanism is so important as to warrant this silliness. Without it, the pilot would be required to control the armor's every movement manually. This would be an onerous task at the best of times, wholly impractical during battle. Using a mammoth heart in place of the worn Magitek core seemed a promising solution. Alas, the device does not appear to be compatible with the Garlean technology. But are there no other ways we might demonstrate our appreciation to our friend here? I'm at my wind's end, Chief. She just doesn't seem convinced. We could try a little dance, perhaps. Or cheer our heads off. Imperials, they've come for the armor. Damn it, they have us cornered. Didn't I kill you before? There's the Reaper. taken by the traitor Garland. And is that the Icon Slayer? Oh, bollocks. Call for reinforcements. The hells you will. Located the Stolen Reaper. Requesting immediate assistance. Respond. Respond. No use, sir. There's some sort of interference. Curse you, Garland. No matter. If we can't reclaim it, destroy it. It's like we have plenty of those at home. Bloody hells. Wind up, protect the armor at all costs. I probably need to kill them fast and go somewhere a bit more safer for the Magitek Reaper. Oh, for crying out loud. Alright, I'm just gonna focus on the armor for now. Well, I'm gonna help just a tad bit. That should be enough help. Yes, I know she's taking damage. I am trying to prevent that. There we go. Yeah. Now it's starting to respond. Chief, look, she moved. Ah, now she deigns to grace us with her presence. Took us a good while, but we're finally ready. It's time to infiltrate Casham Sentry and rescue our comrades. There, the finishing touch. Alright, let's report back to Sid. Servo mechanism is now fully functional, and all it took was a simple fight to the death. I mean not to install a mammoth heart aboard the Enterprise, would you? Much as I love her, I would rather not be required to profess it before boarding. But enough of that. Let us see to our final preparations. Thanks to Biggs and Wedge, the Reaper is as good as new. We're prepared as we're like to get. Alright. How go your preparations, Wind Up? You leave as soon as you're ready. Valmont, you came. I thought I'd give you all a roaring send-off. It's the least I can do for the fine men and women who are about to make my lifelong wish come true. Well, we'll do our best. Occurs to me. For all the help you've afforded us, we've been a little less about you. What did the Empire do to earn your ire? But I fear I've put curiosity before consideration. I quite understand if you'd rather not relive these memories. No, I don't mind, really. Truth be told, part of me was itching to tell you my tale. Mind you, it's hardly novel. I ain't the first to suffer at Imperial hands. Like most folk, I used to have a mother. She was a sweet, caring woman with a smile never far from her face. There was a sister, too. Pretty little thing, she was. Gentle as a lamb, but tough as nails. We were poor folk living simple lives, but we knew happiness just the same. Then the Imperials came and took all that away. When Alamigo fell, they put my family in a camp. Being a lad, I was made to do hard labor, while my mother and sister were forced to do far worse. They hid their suffering from me as best as they could, but I knew. And the thought of it drove me mad. We had to escape, so I hatched a plan to get us out of the city. We were picking our way around a gorge not far outside the walls when they caught up with us. And rather than allow themselves to be taken again, my mother and sister leaped over the edge before my very eyes. Heartbroken as I was, I didn't put up a fight when the Imperials clapped me in chains and dragged me back. It was some years that I escaped again, and that time I got away. I swore then that I'd take revenge on the Empire, become an adventurer so as to hone my skills and earn the coin I need. Nigh on two decades have since gone by, and what I've achieved. Bugger all, that's what. Not like you lot. You ain't been here 10 minutes and you've already done more than I managed in 10 bloody years. You give us too much credit, Valmont. We seek only to rescue our friends. Well, what's more important than that? And any road, after you've got your friends back, you're planning to going after the Empire, and don't pretend you ain't. Yeah, I've helped a few folk take on the Imperials over the years, and every time I have, it's helped stave off my appetite for revenge. Someone tells me I won't be going hungry for a while, what with everything you've got planned. And you are sure that will satisfy you. If you wish to strike back at the Empire with your own hands, you need only say the word. We would be glad to have you with us. Tempted though your offer is, I'm afraid I must decline. I swore I'd get my revenge on the Empire. It's true, but I've long since realized that the front lines were no place for a man like me. For some would call me a craven, but I prefer to think of myself as a realist. My talents lie in scheming, you see, not swordplay. Helping folk like you is how I can make the most difference. That's quite enough storytelling for one day. Best not to keep your friends waiting any longer. We're praying for your safety and success. May Ralgar give you strength. Wherever the Empire goes, misery invariably follows in its wake. For the sake of all who call Eorzea home, we must put an end to Gaius's ambitions. But first, we have friends to rescue. Biggs, Wedge, and I will lie in wait east of Casham Sentry, just outside the Stronghold's patrol perimeter. Join us when you're ready. Oh, and don't forget to wear your disguise, or this will be the shortest rescue mission in history. Alright, so I'm gonna leave that part till next time. This is a good part to actually sign off at. Just need to sit down. Swaying by the fire. Alright. So, this is all I have for today. If you have enjoyed what you have seen, you could follow me at the links posted in chat. Here is my schedule. Next time I'll be streaming is tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's a random game. But one of the benefits of being here in the chat right now is that you get to know what game I have planned for tomorrow. The game I plan on playing tomorrow is Genshin Impact. It's been a game I've wanted to play for quite some time now, and I feel like it's interesting enough to try out on stream. So I will be doing that. There are going to be other great games I plan on playing and shifting between during the random game roulette on Saturdays. But tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, that's going to be Genshin Impact. Alright, so that is all I have for today. I hope you have a wonderful evening, morning, whatever it is for you, wherever you are in the world. Until we meet again.